And it looks like I'm back. Something happened exactly at 12 a.m. And it looks like a bunch of people got hit with something. And now it's back up. Router went down. Something happened. And no internet at all. Just dropped out completely. Looks like this is fine though. Speed tests are checking out. Everything looks good to go. So, good. Oh, it happened literally right when I failed the run, too. Yep. Status quo, guys. Fun. I reset like everything, too. It definitely wasn't me. Something else going on. Alrighty. Back in we go. Where were we, guys? Luckily, it was only like, what, 15 minutes or so? 20 minutes? Just died to the kitty. Surprise. Be cool. Not interested in your quest? I think you just leave them with question marks so you don't even need to answer them. It kind of defeats the purpose of a quest, though. It'd be nice if this actually went through faster. You should just be able to go into the boss fight immediately. Kind of weird that I still have the cat hat when I basically rejected him. We have an axe, vampiric axe, bane. Or take vampiric, that might save me. Fuck him. Very useful. Freezing in this game is a little bit different. It doesn't just slow enemies, it like slows everything about them. Like your attack speed and shit, and projectile speed. Okay. Fast forward. Fast forward. Apparently it's redoing this shit. That's not where I was aiming. He actually has more ads that pop up if you don't do enough damage to him. Good. No, I fucked up. Oh, I forgot to eat a meal. Well, we can't, because I need to wait a day to eat another meal. That's not good. Unnecessary damage there, guys. And rolled into one. So we can't actually get we can't get another heart because we need to eat, and we can't eat. We can only eat once a day. I can eat. Okay. Continue harvesting crops, my dude. You must continue harvesting. The harvest must not end. We're just gonna keep doing it over and over and over again, because the longer we wait, we're gonna basically burn. I think we're fine on resources, but I don't want to risk it. Getting stuck in a scenario where I have to spend time gathering followers again. Switch to cult? Yes, I did. Axe, sword. We'll definitely take sword. Doesn't hit, knockback and freeze. How the fuck did he hit me just now? Oh, we waste like a heart and a half there. We should be able to do both these kitties without taking any damage. Dude, what the fuck? They like doubled up there. Bug report? It's like when I rolled, they like spread where it aimed it to like the new location, which it shouldn't do. It sometimes does this with when we were fighting bosses too, where they actually go in a different direction than where they're supposed to be aiming. Like they have some sort of weird aim assist thing going on that auto corrects at the last second and aims in a different spot. No! No! And got hit on the outside edge. And he just spawned a circle and I rolled into it right when it spawned. Good. It's funny, we like almost immediately beat him the other day when I was playing, but we basically warmed up at that point, so. Oh, weird. It looks like you can just keep, normally that counts as a day, so there's something weird going on. It's a full day when we're in there. We're just gonna get some disposable followers just to have them. He looks like he's old. That sucks. Vampiric sword or gauntlets. We're gonna take the sword for sure. This impacted enemies. Projectile. The short swords are kind of pointless when you're also using a sword. In general, they're just kind of pointless. The range isn't long enough; they don't do enough damage. Look at that fucking shit, just like went off the screen. Bug report. Just roll into that. Doubled up again. You can see it like goes back to where it was like the spawn point from it. Like there's a second projectile that appears where you roll to. Bug report. Missing one heart. It depends on what's going on. What buffs I have. Normally he does this fucking circles right away. I just got hit by there. I actually rolled before the projectile started and I still got hit by it. And got hit by the edge. So we got hit by 2 bug projectiles there. Like I rolled into the line of where the spikes were going to come up from, but the spikes didn't come up when I got hit. I'm gonna go... No. I don't want to talk to you. You're worthless. Go away. Oh my god. There's one. It starts, guys. Yeah, I didn't want to ascend them? Fuck off. There we go. I didn't want to ascend them, because if I ascended them, we'd be missing a follower. Let's do something to make him happy. It depends. It depends on the day. It depends if I eat twice. You can't eat twice in the same day, supposedly, although that either that's broken or has something to do with balancing. People makes a lot of people happy though. Bonfires. Once again, don't want to get stuck in the end. Oh, let's go get let's eat. Depends what ability you pick up. There's a sword. I had ranged projectiles, which I was using last time. I got another heart. I don't know why we had the piercing heart. A piercing heart, poisoned heart. And then we had 2 green hearts at one point. You get a poison heart when you visit the card vendor. Oh, I guess we're using a gauntlet. Rather have crit. Projectile. Nah. I don't think the Novas don't really help us here. Because we don't have a lot of mobs to play against. It's not really a battle against mobs. Oh, I thought that was a... Probably gonna give me a hit. What's that shit on the side there? There's something weird going on with their targeting. Definitely fast attack, still king for sure. It's something to do with getting stuck in the attack animation, causes you can't roll at all. Taking damage right now. No, it doesn't leave a poison puddle at all. No. I wouldn't say gauntlets are pointless, but gauntlets are much, much more difficult than using any of the other weapons, except for hammer. Hammer, we are literally just going to throw if we only get a pick of a hammer. Having the screen slightly adjust when you're, like, roll. Very annoying to deal with. Dude, those fucking spikes are so fucking buggy. I think that's changed with, like, the last day. With the last patch. I don't remember them being this buggy last night. I think I actually need to hit them if I remember right. Learning process, guys. Even though we're probably gonna die here, that's fine. We reached stage 4 yesterday, or last stream, so. Should have taken the vampiric gauntlets. Even though I'm at 2 hearts, I would be at 2 hearts instead of 1 heart right now. Cutscene bypass, please. Oh, it got me locked in the animation. No, when I hit him, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't roll. So when he was dying, it locked me in the animation where I couldn't move until he finished dying. That's obnoxious. Wait, what is he eating? I don't know what he's eating. Might as well feed them all. We're gonna have to feed them. Uh-oh. What's going on here? He is eating non-existent porridge and he's locked into animation now. Bug report. Can you even submit bug reports or is this broken? Lock in eating animation. Or is it going to bug out and tell me that I can't submit a bug request? Oh my god, I reported it. They fixed their bug report tool. Good for them. Let's just actually go in. I don't know if this is going to interrupt their sleep, but the less time that we spend with 20 followers, the better. Might say that we interrupt their sleep. We'll see. Here now, though. At least he actually attends. What do we have this time? Fever. A godly dagger. Best. Trail. Divine. Let's actually go with Divine. This will usually get you killed because there's a short animation before it actually goes off, but it's not super dependable, but we'll still use it. Dagger does fucking work, guys. There's a godly dagger too, so it's like 2 times damage. No, I used my ability and it go off. Also, sometimes your animation doesn't actually happen. It actually seems like it's less buggy now. With the faster attack weapon, it seems like the bosses are less buggy. I wonder if it has something to do with getting locked in the animation. Like, when you swing your weapon, the game stutters or can't do stuff while you're swinging. It's something really weird. No. No. Oh my. Fuck off. Oh my god. That sucks. Yeah, the weapons aren't remotely balanced. That really sucks. I should take my time, guys. Like I mentioned before, if you depend on the invincible thing, it'll get you killed. Because there's something weird. It doesn't always go off when you click the button. Some sort of cancellation effect happens. And the other time is it won't go off in time for you to block damage in the first place. Like earlier in the beginning of the game I used it, or the beginning of the run I used it, and it didn't actually go off. Dude. Break them because I did it too fast. Looks like because they didn't finish coming out of the ground in time, I actually broke the boss battle by attacking them too fast. So I was downing them before they all popped out of the ground and it broke their animation. See if it unbreaks itself. So I soft locked my run. Game definitely has some bugs, guys. Some of the battles, they've had a timer where they'll actually just eventually just, like, it breaks the sequence. The game, like, literally should check to see whether or not this is broken or not, and it doesn't. Dead by Daylight's not the only game that's missing verification and validation on certain things that happen in the game. We'll submit another bug. I said this game has a lot of animation bugs. That's a shame. I mean, I also did some stupid stuff that cost me a lot of HP on this run. Well, good, we know this now. Ah, it must be part of the difficulty. This is an intended feature, guys. The one who waits. He's just waiting right now. Ah! See him wait? See how waiting he is? He's definitely waiting. That really sucks. We got a godly dagger. And I fucked things up on the spinner. And putting that aside, we also took damage that we shouldn't have. Because of the game. Broken. Luckily, the game seems to tolerate soft locks relatively well reloading the game. Right before we went in. At least it fixed the bug report tool. Not that it really matters. I shouldn't be doing their job for it. Oh my god, 2 fucking hammers. You can suck my dick. Poison! I love poison! Now you get to watch how little damage I do. How little damage I do with the gauntlets, comparatively. Putting aside the fact it was a divine dagger in the first place. I don't think you can poison these guys. But yeah, I don't think you can poison the gods, which is kind of makes poison weapon useless. Could also be a bug. Maybe it was broken, so they disabled the poison. There's the duplicate attacks again. It has something to do with your animation attack speed. Like, you get stuck in the animation of attacking. And I just did that to myself. I don't know why I forget that he has balls. That would also explain the problems with the hammer, too. You can see them duplicate on top of each other instead of moving around like they're supposed to. I'm pretty sure poison doesn't even do any damage to him. Cool. Sure, I rolled out of that one. Okay, I didn't roll out of either of those, even though I rolled. He spawned his blobs. Okay. Once again, it's like when you're attacking and certain weapons take longer to swing than other weapons, when you're swinging, you can't dodge. So. Why does it seem like our farms are broken? 20 people and no one's using the bathroom. I think we're just going to feed them with the ritual tomorrow. rituals aren't broken. Or we can just feed them normally. Valuable resources. We're missing food. My shit meal. Okay. People. Nope. 3 people. Bug. Guess is an infection. There it is. I think I can heal him immediately so some sort of death plague doesn't happen. All we need is a death plague event. Hey, I hear you like replayability. Looks ill to me. I hear you like replayability. How about you just have all your guys die? Ah, what a great idea. Godly daggers are pretty, or godly in general is very rare roll. I think when we're playing the game, we've only seen it twice. Outside of this one, so 3 times in total. All of our runs. Then again, I never pick up hammers, so there could have been a godly hammer I just never saw. Here's a sword. What's this? Necromantic dagger. Vampiric sword. I mean, if we want to teeter on the brink of destruction, that's not super horrible. I'll give it damage for that. Sword's not bad either. Best, don't care. Let's roll with that. Now, fast attack weapons, totally all about speed. Called that early on, too. I'm pretty sure they nerfed the dagger. It has a lot to do with you being unable to roll while you're in attack. It's pretty limited. I got it to myself. Pretty good. I don't know how much the vampire... I think the vampiric only works on slain, so maybe that's even a horrible idea for this. I'm pretty sure it only works when you kill an enemy, so... I don't think we'll actually get any healing out of the vampiric now that I think about it. Go away, clouds. Moving faster than normal. In the center, and the attack tries to push you out. All right, let's get stuck. Oh, did my fucking internet drop again? Oh my god. Back? Is it working again? I think I'm back. No. Internet's pooping itself again. I think they had like a major router malfunction. I've never seen this one before. Too bad I don't have a godly dagger to do infinite amount of damage to him way too fast. There we go. But I just killed one. How the fuck does that work? Jesus Christ. I don't know if I was supposed to kill one or if that's a bug. I hope it's not a bug. I've seen enough bugs already. I don't need artificial difficulty from the developers. I think we got like one extra half heart, by the way. Tried to roll through it and it fucked up. All right. Phase 5? Uh-oh. I'm supposed to be doing damage here. In for the facial, guys. Hey! We beat the buggy boss! Congratulations, guys. Wait, what? Glad to be a vessel no more instead of crown-bearing deity, damned lamb. I'm at your mercy. Are you to be vengeful false idol or a merciful coward? No longer can you blame me for your vile acts on me. Spare. Weak sniveling foul thing. You wait. Okay. I'm gonna indoctrinate you, you piece of shit. You can suck my dick all day long. That does not look like 20 cult members right there, if I've ever seen that. Bug report. Sacrifice reborn vessel, ascend once more to drink a true form, no longer servant, no less than God. You replay me, noble disciple. Please spread the good word near as far so others may be blessed. The divine teachings of the mighty Lamb. I don't know. There might have been something in there. There might have been something in there that kind of turned me off. Multiple things, maybe. One, I never want to see a fucking hammer ever again. Never want to see a fucking hammer ever again, but I'm very certain there's something weird that happens when you swing a weapon. It causes the game to like stutter or partially lock up, which you can't roll, which is one of the downsides of slower weapons in general, is you can't roll when you're swinging the weapon at all. And the faster weapon means a faster swing, and that means you're less likely to get fucked. But at the end there's definitely some weird shit going on with the slow attack weapons, so... We aren't gonna leave just yet, guys. We're gonna indoctrinate the fuck out of this piece of shit. What about you? And having our chapel bugged for 2 days of stream also really fucking sucked. Is that him? No. I don't know how many... I actually don't know how many of these guys I have saved up. We might not indoctrinate them. Is that him? Yes, it is. Hetri. Kinda sucks that you guys are just like generic. You think like the bosses would be kind of interesting or different, right? Kitty cat. No, it's not. That's not Kitty Cat. Oh, that's the guy that I just got. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't have enough beds. Oh my god. Yeah, we're missing 3 beds. Oh! There's that. See if that's... Maybe I should have saved before. I thought it was fixed. It might not be fixed. Velfar. Bye-bye, Velfar. On the greener pastures. But yeah, you can see there's a huge difference between when I had that godly dagger and everything else, especially the slow weapons. Hi, Velfar. Velfar! Sorry about the disconnects tonight, guys, by the way. I'm pretty sure that second one is them changing a router. So a router must have exploded or something, or didn't come back up. I think he's the second one here. This is the guy that we just got today from the spider. Right? The one who waits. Hey! We found him, guys. And I'm gonna bind you to servitude forever. Now, what? Why did I go to that guy? Where the fuck did he go? What happened? There he is. Give gift. Skull neck. Actually, there's some other ones. This is long. We're still missing 2 beds. For some strange reason, they do not poop. Actually, they're pooping quite a bit right now. And my compost from the Pretty sure if we wanted to actually have 25 followers, we definitely would have to make more farm field. Pretty sure on that. Once again, I actually think the tabernacle is bad. It gets followers that are otherwise working to pray, when instead they could just worship if that's what they needed to do. Are they even praying? What are they doing? I think they're praying, I'm not sure. Okay, we recruited the piece of shit guys. The evil cat is one of us now. One of us, one of us. Good. Oh, did we get a statue for beating him? Oh, they don't have a statue for beating the cat. What? Alright, just out of curiosity, let's go take a look at... I kind of doubt that there's other quests or stuff, like, at the end of the game that you're supposed to go through and, like, look at people and talk to them, because they'll admire you for beating the cat. Godly blood was spilled. Here, did death no longer wish to wait? Okay. Kind of weird you can't do the old, the end battle over again. But if you wanted to, just for the shits and giggles. I mean, obviously it doesn't fit the fact because he's your disciple now, but still. This is just a way of playing the game more. Alrighty. Fearless trait, good. Okay. I think that concludes our playthrough of Cult of the Lamb, guys. Yeah, so it was pretty enjoyable. I would say definitely not Hades. If you're looking for a game like this, just play Hades. If you have played Hades, play Hades some more if you haven't finished Hades. If you are looking for a game, if you've played the shit out of Hades like I have, and you're looking for a game that's kind of similar, this would kind of fit that niche. There's a lot of balancing issues in the game, as you guys have seen. There's a lot of bugs. For 2 days, we were unable to use our church. I could only do sermons. Actually, one day I couldn't even do sermons. It's just broken. We had 2 followers that weren't followers, but were in our base, and wouldn't attend sermons. They wouldn't do anything. They'd work, but they weren't actually... They're ghost followers, basically. And they eventually turned... We could eventually do sermons, but for 1 day, we couldn't even do a sermon. Then they fixed that, and it looks like they fixed the bug today with causing people to... didn't do any of the rituals at all, and that obviously raises the difficulty significantly. A lot of balancing issues in the game, but otherwise relatively fun. I think the dungeons, the main base kind of takes away from the dungeons. If all you want to do is do dungeon runs, there's not enough incentive to do dungeon runs, and for a little bit the followers actually got annoying. I actually killed off my culter. I didn't kill off, I just didn't make any new followers because I was concentrating on just doing the dungeons, because it was more interesting than actually... Because we upgraded our base fully. We got all the upgrades, we got all the things, and there's no point in having followers at that point. All they do is basically just feed... Which I didn't need, as you guys saw at the end of the game. I had like 6,000 gold, and didn't need any of the gold. So, yeah. Otherwise, a relatively fun game. I think this was 30 bucks, so I don't know if it's worth 30 bucks. It's probably like a $20 game. I don't know. It's more of like, is it worth your time? And I would say if you've played Hades and you've played the shit out of Hades, it's probably worth your time. Not even a top seller anymore. $25. I should say it's about on par. I'd say $20. There's some parts that definitely should have been fleshed out more. Like when you go into the dungeon, you should have an option of multiple weapons instead of just being force-fed one of the weapons. Like 2 options or 2 cards too. Some of the cards just really, really suck and aren't worth picking up, and you actually hurt your deck by picking up the cards. Yeah, I mean, it's a small studio, so you can only expect so much out of it. Some of the bosses, like that cat boss at the end, I'd actually say there's some bosses that were harder than the cat boss. Like earlier on, we had the fucking squid in the aquarium level in this shit. There's one of these guys, this isn't it. One of these guys had almost an identical, it was one of those guys that charges at you like the flies do, but the arrow pointer was almost the same color as the floor, and it makes it very difficult to see. To the point at which it actually raises the difficulty, and it has nothing to do with you being unable to dodge it, but rather you can't see where the attack arrow is going. So maybe I guess it is the fact that you can't dodge it, right? There's a lot of base building. I could see them actually upgrading the game, but I don't think it'd be worth another playthrough. Maybe we'll play the DLC when it's released. It's a fun game. I'd personally rather play Hades, and I would definitely suggest Hades over this game. Hades, not just in terms of the gameplay, like the meta outside of the game, the kind of roleplay and world building that exists outside of the dungeons is very engaging, and then on top of it, the game itself is very engaging. That being said, I think Hades is kind of a masterpiece. It's one of those games... Holy shit, it's cheap as... Actually, it's not. It's one of those games that I don't think is going to come around very often, and it's just something that you're going to have to take as it goes. Personally, Hades is a much better game, but we are playing... You know, we played the shit out of Hades, so... basically did all the lore and playthrough. There might be more. They didn't release any DLC, unfortunately. It's kind of laid it to fallow after a couple of releases. Very fun game. And putting aside the world building outside of the dungeons themselves are superb. There's a lot of options for builds and different ways of playing the game. And it's really, every time you play through it, it's very engaging. I found it very, very fun. I'm not big into roguelikes, by the way. I found it very, very fun, and they definitely, yeah. We did this on stream. We played this solid for about a month, I'd say. And it was definitely worth the time. Very cool game. If you're into roguelikes, very, very cool game. Lots of ways to play it, lots of ways to do it. And the game keeps evolving too. The miraculous thing about the game is it's not just like, hey, this is what your base looks like at the beginning, and then just put some cosmetics in it. It's rather you transform not only your base, but how you interact with the bosses and levels later on with the skulls, with the, what are they called, like, not achievements, contracts or whatever they're called later on, can completely change the playthroughs and make things quite a bit different. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I don't know. I was thinking about what I don't want to play Dead by Daylight. I think Dead by Daylight is kind of like one in and of itself. I don't know what I want to play, though. We might be done for today. Don't have, like, a... I'm not going to play Worms for the next hour and a half. But, yeah, give me my thoughts and opinions, my impressions on Cult of the Lamb. Codal. Should play Oxygen Not Included. That's a fast game. Yeah, no, I don't want to play it at 1/10 normal speed. That's not fun. That really killed the game for me, is playing at 1/10 normal speed. Ah, an end of summer sale. Let's go play Plantside 2, guys. Oxy, very fun game, by the way. If you're into survival games, colony survival games. Ever since the Spaced Out DLC launched in December, we've been exploring ideas for the next chapter, Oxygen Not Included. Those conversations started out as a discussion about DLC 2. But as we kept thinking, we realized that Distant DLC 2 remains just what wasn't right for our long-term goals. We want Oxy to feel like a true universe and infinite and ever expanding, and most importantly, accessible to the whole community. That's kind of weird. So I understand everyone likes free things, right? But I'm not against giving developers money. And if it keeps the company employed, they should not be against releasing DLC as updates. And in the case of Oxygen Not Included, or Ani as they call it, in the case of Oxy, there needs to be a model, a way of paying their bills, right? They can't just go on a pipe dream of, hey, let's just keep releasing content when they don't have a way of monetizing it. While second DLC would most certainly expand the game, it would limit our design choices. We'd have to decide which features of base game players would have access to and which ones that would be left out of. The more DLCs there are, the harder it gets us to implement bug fixes and balance changes, sure, that are viable for everyone across all versions of the game. This sounds as appealing as an all mushbar buffet. We want you all along for the ride, so we're shifting our focus to building out a lot of the same content and systems you'd expect from a DLC. Once again, there's no monthly fee. It's a single-player game. There's no monthly fee. There's no skins. There's no microtransactions. All there is the base game and DLC, the original DLC. No colony left behind. What's next? We are working on a roadmap to let you know what we expect to explore the exciting new chapter of Ani. We'll post an update here as soon as it's ready. Summer, we're expanding on Ani Universe. Ongoing updates rather than DLC 2. These are free, regularly scheduled updates will be designed for both the base game and Spaced Out DLC. Roadmap coming soon. Our heartfelt thanks to everyone in this incredible community. We are overjoyed to be able to share a little corner of the cosmos with you. The other way to read this is they might be working on another project and they're deciding to leave this to fallow. They're deciding to leave this out. So they're going to release content updates, but much in the same way, it's just kind of keeping the game live and alive, right? So, not really the same thing. Kind of curious. That could mean that they're moving on to a different game. And as such, they're kind of putting it on the back burner. But it could be that they intend to release regular updates, but there isn't a revenue stream for them, so I don't know exactly what they're doing. You reach a saturation point where so many people own your game that there's nothing really left for you to do. So, like, there's not really much money to be left made. But you can only sell the base game to so many people, right? And then at that point, you're not really making money anymore. So, what exactly does it mean? What are they called? Infinite engine machines? Infinite heat destroyers? DLC allows them to make money off people who already own the game, and I'm definitely not against supporting developers that are worth the money. That means they need another revenue stream to offset this. It's not going to be a DLC, it needs to be something like cosmetics, or more realistically, they'll have to shift to a new game that people will buy. This is why single-player games work. They aren't cash cows, especially something as niche as a colony survivor builder. It's not purely about greed, it's about paying the bills at the end of the day, and that, of course, keeps developers motivated. Okay. Yeah. You have to be careful, because if you post like meaningful comments on something like this, they just get lost in the sands of time, because it's just a random news post. Whereas posting on like a review has more meaning and long term. But that's not it is directional. Let's see. Nexus season 01. Oh my god. Okay, guys. I think we're just going to end early tonight, even though it's kind of a shorter stream, and we got interrupted on top of it. I don't want to get into play Dead by Daylight. Tomorrow's stream will be Dead by Daylight. As far as single-player games go right now, guys, we don't really have anything on the radar. We might play Oxy again, but we're pretty set for the time being, so we're just going to go back into DVD grind mode and pissing off survivors who don't expect me to 4K. So, tomorrow, guys, I think we're going to be playing... So, you guys have that to look forward to. Or not to look forward to. I'm pretty sure something went on. We could check real quick to see if a router's fuckered. Google ping's fuckered. My pings are all fine, though. Happened. There it goes, guys. But anyways, guys, if you're new to the stream, you enjoyed the buggy game, make sure you hit the follow button in the top right-hand corner. I usually stream every day from evening to late night, GMT-6, so 8 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time to 1 to 2 a.m. Give or take, depends what's going on in my life, what's happening, etc., etc. Tomorrow will be... And, yeah, going back to that, I think, much like Riftbreaker, I think Cult of the Lamb would have been much more enjoyable if we didn't get just like we ran into broken shit. And then there's also some frustrating stuff with combat. Most frustrating is the combat shit. Out of combat, not really a big deal. In combat, it gets you pissed off because you're trying to achieve and not always capable of doing so. If you're fighting the game constantly, as the programming in the game, as well as the game itself. But alrighty, guys, I'm out here for this evening, guys. Tomorrow will be Dead by Daylight. Thanks for watching my stream as always, and I hope you guys have a wonderfully fantastic Thursday night and Friday morning. Have a good day, guys.